The world doesn't need more talkers. It needs people who show up, people who do what they said they do, even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. Showing up is underrated. It doesn't trend. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't make headlines, but it builds legacies. Most people wait for the right mood, the right conditions, the right timing, but the Stoic shows up, no matter what. They don't ask if it's easy, they ask if it's necessary. They don't wait to be inspired, they become the reason others are. Showing up is the quiet rebellion against laziness, against doubt, against the soft culture of excuses. It is the Stoic signature, the mark of a soul that can be trusted. Not showing up is betrayal, betrayal to your word, betrayal to your mission, betrayal to the strength you're supposed to carry. There's no greatness without showing up, no growth, no grit, no ground gained, only fantasy, only frustration. The disciplined know that victory doesn't come in waves. It comes in inches, earned one day at a time by showing up every single day. Even when tired, even when discouraged, even when you feel small and invisible, you show up anyway. That's what makes you powerful, not the size of your muscles, but the size of your commitment. Not how loud you speak, but how consistently you stand. There are people counting on you, even if they haven't said it, even if they never will. But the way you keep showing up, it gives them permission to do the same. You become a lighthouse, not because you chase the storm, but because you refuse to be moved by it. Showing up doesn't mean perfection. It means presence. It means presence when your mind is noisy, when your heart is heavy, when your back is sore. It means doing the next right thing with your full attention, your full effort, your full presence, no matter how broken you feel inside. You don't need to feel ready, you just need to be real. The Stoic doesn't need applause. They don't need confirmation. They don't need someone to push them, because their push comes from within. This is your sacred duty, to carry the fire when others let it die, to hold the line when others drop it, to walk forward when the road disappears beneath your feet. It's not about being the strongest. It's about being the most faithful. When the day feels pointless, you show up. When the world feels hostile, you show up. When life feels unfair, you show up. And that's what separates the Stoic from the spectator. They don't wait to feel like it. They don't chase a mood. They obey their higher nature. They obey the calling, not the craving. You don't rise by luck. You rise by returning to the gym, to the desk, to the hard conversation, to the vow you made in silence. You rise by returning to your values again and again, even when the world forgets them, even when you're the last one standing, especially then. Because you were never in it for the fame. You were in it for the flame, the inner fire that doesn't dim when others turn away. Most people confuse noise for progress. They confuse visibility for value. But the Stoic knows that meaning is built in the dark, where no one claps, where no one shares, where it's just you and your soul and the sacred choice to show up again. You don't show up to be seen. You show up to see what you're made of. Each day you show up, you train the muscles of endurance, of grit, of faithfulness, and those are the muscles the world needs. Not another influencer, but a finisher. Not another critic, but a builder. Not another expert, but a witness who walks the talk. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be present. That's the hardest part, but it's also the most powerful because few can do it. Most people run when it gets hard, hide when it gets awkward, quit when it gets slow. But the Stoic leans in, stays grounded, keeps going. That's the kind of soul who can't be stopped. Not by time, not by tides, not by trials. Because they're governed not by moods, but by mission. That's the way. That's the Stoic way. That's the way of one who understands that showing up isn't optional. It's sacred. Don't underestimate what you do when you show up, even if no one notices, even if no one thanks you, even if no one sees it but you and maybe God. It still matters. It always matters, more than you know. A soldier doesn't train only for the spotlight. A craftsman doesn't carve only for the gallery. A Stoic doesn't live only for praise. They show up because it's who they are. It's what they were made to do. This is how you earn your own respect. This is how you build trust with yourself. Not by the big win, but by the daily showing up. You begin to believe in yourself because your actions give you reasons to. You begin to walk taller, not because life got easier, but because you became more dependable. That's what showing up gives you, not the comfort of a reward, but the power of responsibility. When you show up every day, you silence the voice of self-doubt. You drown out the noise of regret because you've done your part, and that's everything. So few people are consistent. So few people mean what they say. So few people carry their own weight. But you're different. You've decided that who you are is not a question anymore. It's an answer. And the answer is this: I will show up. Tired, I show up. Discouraged, I show up. Alone, I show up. That's how you build the life no one can take from you. That's how you earn the peace no one can steal. That's how you become the kind of person who doesn't just survive the storm, but becomes the calm within it. You show up because that's what honor does. That's what purpose does. That's what strength does. And the world may never understand it. They may never applaud it, but you will know it in your bones, in your breath, in your soul. That you were one of the few who kept their word, who honored the duty, who never ghosted their own calling. That's your quiet victory. That's your daily courage. That's the sacred duty of showing up. The world does not need more people waiting to feel ready. It needs more people who stand up, speak truth, and walk forward while trembling. It needs those who don't need applause to do the right thing, those who keep their promises even when it's no longer convenient, those who bring their full self to the table even when the room goes quiet. You are not here to be perfect. You are not here to win every time. You are not here to impress. You are here to show up, to keep your vow, to give your best, to serve your role, to carry your cross. There will be days when the fire inside you fades, but if you keep showing up, even with a flicker, the flame returns, the strength is restored, and your life becomes a light. Not because you were the most gifted, but because you simply refused to disappear. You kept showing up, and that changed everything.